This is us.
All right. Welcome back to the SCIF. This is the Green Beret Life. We're trying tonight. I'm trying from here, Northern Command, which we've had some communication problems in the past. So I don't know if it's the F layer in the atmosphere breaking up or what the story is, or it could be some of those people that don't want us on air. I'm thinking it might be those. What do you think, Stu? Playing with our reception.
It could be the lizard people too. Those guys are crafty.
Absolutely, it could be. But I don't know what Gavin Newsom really has anything to do with any of this. But that being said, we are here and live right now. This is the Green Beret Life. You guys can see me. I'm not just a talking shadow in the dark, right? So we are the Green Beret Life. We're a 501c3. We primarily do pistol, rifle, and shotgun training. We try everything that we do goes to do pistol, rifle, and shotgun training for veterans, first responders, and their families, and also other outdoor activities. But we train civilians. Anything we get off of that goes. In fact, we had a class this last weekend with female veterans out of Minnesota. So they came up here to Wisconsin. We had a pretty good, it was a CCW and a pistol fundamentals class. So nice. That's what we do. If you want to reach out to us, our website is not up right now. It was costing us quite a bit of money, and we're working on possibly a Facebook site that has all the same information on it. I hate using Facebook, but apparently it's way cheaper. You don't realize how bad, how expensive a website actually is, and it was just costing too much money. So we're going to go to a Facebook site. We'll have that posted here soon, hopefully. And if you want to ask Stu or I any questions, right, you can reach out to us at TheGreenBeretLife@gmail.com. Whether you're thinking about joining the military, if you have any questions, if you've transitioned out of the military, or if you've transitioned, we'll be kind.
Well, Matt will be able to answer those questions for you better than I could.
Oh, come on, Stu. Just cop up. Anyways, feel free to reach out to us. Sometimes it takes us a little while, but we will get back to you. And please, we're trying to get more involvement with the show, and you guys have been doing great. Our side doesn't quite catch it all the time, and we're going to make an effort to do that. But we love your involvement. Like I said, we learn from you guys. And if you know anybody that you think would benefit from joining this show, have them join the show. I'm not going to go through hit the subscribe and like. If you're here, please subscribe to us, period. It just helps build the show, and it helps get the algorithm. Our future is Rumble. It's not YouTube.
No.
We're on YouTube right now. Yeah, our future is Rumble, as I think every right-thinking political channel, gun channel, outdoor channel, car channel, any of this bullshit, everybody should have a second channel over at Rumble for the simple reason.
It's so hard for people now. I don't know if you know or have been following what's been going on with Tenet Media and what happened or what they're alleging to have happened with that, but they've even taken with people that
Lauren Chen and
destroyed their entire channels that weren't even associated with Tenet Media, just their own personal channels. YouTube is just destroyed, and the documentation that came out were saying that these people, these content providers, were victims of this plot, this whatever you want to call it. YouTube doesn't care. They wiped and nuked their livelihood, their years of their work.
They don't care because you're not pushing the right narrative. This is why you must have a Rumble channel as well. And I'd get on X, I'd get on Truth, I'd get on all of it. Frank, Speech, I'd get on all of it. Telegram. The ones they're attacking, are probably good, right? So we're going to be silenced as we get closer. So much clown, goofy stuff is going on right now. I truly fear for Donald Trump and his family. I also fear for other patriotic politicians that we have out there right now. And we've got some. We've got a bunch of shitbags, but we've got some good ones too. Matt Gaetz, Ron Johnson, Tom Tiffany, Lauren Boebert, MTG. There's a bunch of them. Andy Biggs. We got a lot of patriots out there. Jim Jordan, even in the Senate, Josh Hawley, Ted Cruz, and Rand Paul, and we got good ones. And I fear for these guys too. And our country, there's something wrong in our country today, and we got to be careful what we're saying because we're on YouTube. But that's the point. They can nuke you at any time, and they will. And have a second channel. The reason, when I say this every time, the reason why we come here on YouTube and spend a few minutes here is because we do have subscribers over here that we would like to bring over to Rumble with us, or Odysee. And maybe 10% of our subscribers have followed us over there. We would like to get more to follow us over there. So that's why we do this rigmarole and you guys get it. You guys watching this have seen this happen. I don't trust this whole anything around tenant media, what's going on. We do know that social media is going to be more and more important. We had George Soros buy 200 radio stations this week, and that was approved. And
how is that approved? How does that not become a monopoly? How does that? I don't understand. Rules don't apply to those.
So you might see, we might get some breakup here a little bit. Just be patient. I think we're going through that right now. And
well, what
I'm
we're
back.
going to try and do, we've got.
Can you hear me?
I can. It's a little choppy. I'm going to go ahead and go through the shows or the stories we're going to try and cover today.
Absolutely. Do it.
There's been some more information come out about Ryan Ruth and kind of what the lengths he went to in order to make the attempt that he did on Trump. We're going to talk about some of that. We've got
hey, I do this every time, and Stu gets annoyed that I do this, right? But I don't want to forget the idea. Remember, I have a few brain injuries, right? So I don't want to forget about this. But they've just arrested Ruth, or whatever the hell his name is, his son. Do you remember after the Las Vegas shooting, the brother of the guy who did this, right, started to speak out, and then he was busted. Do you remember what he was busted for? And you never heard from him again?
Yep. Child porn.
Yeah, exactly. That's what makes me dubious on this. And you haven't heard anything from the other attacker's family, right? So take this with a grain of salt, folks. This is the easiest way. How did they originally try shutting WikiLeaks? Shit, my brain.
Well, Julian Assange.
Julian Assange. A rape that never happened.
Underage.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact details, but it was of the same thing. Charges of that sort. Yeah.
Sexual assault. It was all bullshit. And it came out later. It was all bullshit. But this is what they do, because that it stops anybody from talking, and enables them to pretty much keep people under. Now, I'm not saying that this is the case. I mean, this guy could legitimately be, but I find it awful odd that we hear from the brother. And I think that brother was vindicated too, but I'm not 100% sure of the Las Vegas guy. But this is real. It's another one of those things that are like, really? Okay. So I'm sorry, Stu. Go ahead and finish off on that one. I just didn't want to let that pass.
No, you're good, man. We've got the Pentagon gearing up to deploy more troops over into the Middle East with what's been spinning up with Israel and with Hezbollah, Hamas, everything going on over there. We've got more troops heading that way. Just a couple of weeks after, Kamala Harris straight up lied in front of during the debate, which, by the way, was not fact checked whenever she said it, of there aren't any troops serving in any conflict zones, or any active war zones, or she made some just ludicrous comment that was laughable in its ways.
1/3 of our Navy is over there right now. And then when they say advisors, that's usually SF, by the way.
Yeah.
That's usually what they're talking about. So here we go. Here we go.
Because we've never seen this before, because, I mean, this didn't happen in Vietnam. We didn't send advisors over there and it turned into something else. This didn't happen in Kuwait. We sent advisors over there and this turned into something else. This didn't happen in, Afghanistan when we send in SF and it turns into something else. This didn't happen in Iraq when we sent in SF and then it turned into something else. So, I mean, why would we think this would happen? It's not like it's ever happened before. I mean,
no, never.
It's just us talking nonsense on the internet, One thing I've really it caught my eye simply because I own some, so I was it caught my eye was Paul Pelosi in his just big brain sell of Visa stock a couple of months ago, or like less than 3 months ago, right just before the DOJ announced that they're investigating or suing. I'm sorry, they're not even investigating. They're suing Visa based on their.
So did he short a bunch of stock?
What's that?
Did he short a bunch of stock?
No, he just sold what he had before the price dropped after the lawsuit was. I mean, granted, he didn't make that much. I mean, it was only between half $500,000 and $1 million. So
yeah, for them, that's nothing. Yeah,
that's
he's
peanuts.
An oracle.
I mean,
he's an oracle. That the
Warren Buffett should be taken. I mean,
the dude that was over there, they're trying to say was a MAGA supporter who was most likely a male of the night, right? And
the one that lived in the hippie commune, that one?
The one that lived in the hippie commune that they're trying to say was nowhere near. And I believe an illegal alien from Canada. I think he was an illegal alien from Canada on top of everything else. Maybe he was trying to get that knowledge out of his head with that hammer, right?
Maybe.
Or maybe he was showing up there as the hard hat guy. You know what I mean? That remember the Village People, I think, had a construction worker, and then they had the Navy guy. Yeah. So
I don't know. But it's funny. I wanted to bring that up. And the last thing is the initial report from the Secret Service concerning Butler, Pennsylvania has come out. And they talk about a few things. And the things they talk about, the things they admit to are bad enough. And this is what the Secret Service wants to tell us. It's like, just imagine what's going to come out when some of these, more people more with a more invested interest in the truth start producing some of the reports that they've done. But yeah, we're going to talk about that. There's several things. There's another thing I want to get to if we can. I'm not going to really bring it up. It was something I had seen and I found interesting. I know Matt will enjoy it if we get to it. Just a difference in standards and foodstuffs between the United States and the rest of the world, and the absolute garbage that is packed into food that is sold here that is actually illegal to put into food that is sold in the rest of the world. And you may not realize it, but the ketchup that you go and buy off the shelf in the United States that is made by Heinz is different than the ketchup that is sold in the UK, in Germany, in Europe, because there are components.
Imagine that.
And not necessarily the Heinz. There's other items too, but there are things in this that are illegal to sell in other countries at the quantity or at the concentration that they are in our food. And it's amazing what is allowed to be put into our food. We'll look at that. We'll talk about that. And did I go away?
No, I'm here. I'm here. You hear me?
I thought we've got weather rolling in, guys. If nobody's unless if nobody realizes, this is the Hurricane Helene that's coming up at in the Gulf. And as you guys know, we've said before, I'm in Southwest Georgia, which happens to be right here. So we're battening down the hatches and prepping for some wind and rain here. About 6 o'clock tomorrow
Yes.
evening is when it's supposed to hit.
Stu is in Southern Command number 2, and he's right in the eye of this damn thing.
Well, I'm in. I don't know. You've got Northern Command up there, and you've got Southern Command down in Naples. What would mine be? I don't know.
Yours would be Southern. Yours would be North Florida Command.
I'm in middle management. That's where I am.
You're in North Florida Command. Holding it down.
But those are the stories we're gonna go over. If you want, Matt, you want to bounce over to Rumble, or did you want to go over a story here on YouTube first?
No, I don't want. We've probably already said something that might get our whole channel nuked. If it does, it does. We're established on Rumble, so I'd hate to lose it, but at the end of the day, well, life goes on. Yeah, so I'd say let's pop smoke right now and go on over to Rumble.
Yeah, if you find us on YouTube, if you stumble across this video on YouTube, share it with someone if you find it even remotely entertaining, or at least not offensive. Well, I really don't care if you find it offensive. If you find it offensive, share it. There should be a link down in the description that'll get you over to the Rumble channel as well. Follow us over there. Come check out the videos. Actually, I did want to say this. I meant to do it earlier. This is show 225, Matt.
Oh,
225 shows.
Wow. Nice.
But
nice.
All right, we're gonna bounce off of YouTube here and wind up right over on Rumble and Odysee. We'll see you guys over there.